Good one here, and eventually we will like, subscribe, share, help rank up my channel, help promote it. Big time YouTubers have much more reach. They have routinely returning subscribers, and also if you're not monetized, you're suppressed. Your reach is suppressed in favor of those who already have a big time audience and who can really cash in on ad revenue and so on. With all that said, let's talk about this rumor that Dave Filoni is to helm a multitude of new Star Wars Disney Plus shows. I think there's a lot of credibility to this rumor, actually. With everything that we've actually been hearing, I think there's a lot of credibility to it. So the new rumor details that Dave Filoni will helm a multitude of new Disney Star Wars Plus shows. The rumor comes from LRM Online, who explains this series of Disney Plus shows are inspired by Game of Thrones. I hope it wasn't inspired by the last season of Game of Thrones. LRM Online explains, instead of making one epic Game of Thrones show, it'd be like if each family had their own show with a central storyline that spills over into others. They go on to detail that Filoni will be helming these new shows that includes future seasons of The Mandalorian, the rumored Ahsoka show, the rumored Boba Fett show, a rumored Ezra Bridger show, and Grand Admiral Thrawn show, and then a show based on a new character. Yeah, they've been talking a lot. Like the actor that's supposed to play Boba Fett could also play Rex. So I don't know if Boba Fett actually. It's rumored that Boba Fett's supposed to get his own show. But who would Ahsoka's cast be if that guy's over there playing Boba Fett instead of playing Rex on Ahsoka's show? I'm just very curious. And Grand Admiral Thrawn getting his own show, that could be cool. But the new show, I'm not sure what that would be on a new character. I'm guessing that would be the... I don't know. So the rumor also indicates that the Obi-Wan Kenobi series will not be connected to the other shows. They also believe that the Cassian Andor series will not be connected either. Maybe the most interesting, when you think about it, Obi-Wan and Cassian Andor might actually collide with each other because they'd likely be set in the same time period. I don't know exactly when the Obi-Wan show is supposed to be set in, but these would probably be set around the same time period, if I'm not mistaken. So they might actually see a crossover with each other. Meanwhile, everything else will take place in the time of The Mandalorian, between the sequel trilogy and the original trilogy. And you'd see Ahsoka and Boba Fett introduced on The Mandalorian, and then spin off on their own shows. As for Ezra Miller and Grand Admiral Thrawn, I'm not sure if they'd be introduced in The Mandalorian. I don't know if there's rumors already to that. So, maybe the most interesting part of this rumor is that they indicate that the Lucasfilm wants to pump out at least a show every quarter. And hopefully that doesn't make it. It kind of sounds like they were talking about with Star Wars in the first place. They want to release a movie every year until that blew up in their face. And so this might actually blow up in their face if this is their new plan. So it's interesting because former Disney CEO Bob Iger recently detailed that he believed one of the major problems with the Star Wars franchise was the fact that they were releasing a film every year. He stated, in 2018, I made the timing decision, and as I look back, I think the mistake that I made, I take the blame. I was a little too much, too fast. You can expect some slowdown, but that doesn't mean we're not going to make films. The rumor comes after former Disney CEO Bob Iger detailed that their plans for the future of Star Wars in the short term would be on television, with the implication that it would be on Disney Plus and would spin out of The Mandalorian. I think all that sounds pretty plausible. But it does sound like they're just repeating their own history, right? Instead of theoretically, they're doing it on the television side of things, where they may not have, probably won't. I don't know. It does sound like they're just repeating their attempt, like they learned nothing. In February, during their investor call, Iger stated the priority in the next few years is television, with The Mandalorian Season 2 coming in October, and then more coming from The Mandalorian thereafter, including the possibility of infusing it with more characters and the possibility of taking those characters in their own direction in terms of series. He added, so the priority for Star Wars in short terms is going to be, I'll call it television for Disney Plus. Then we will say more about the development of theoretical soon. Alright. As for specific shows that are rumored to be part of Dave Filoni's vision, many of them have been previously rumored. Ahsoka Tano. Ahsoka's series was rumored back in March, following the rumors that Rosario Dawson would be playing a live-action Ahsoka Tano in The Mandalorian. The next would be Boba Fett. The Ahsoka could be a backdoor pilot. Boba Fett, back in May, rumors surfaced about Boba Fett project. And that rumor, I don't know. I don't know about the Boba Fett getting his own show. Wouldn't that be a lot like The Mandalorian already? I know I just think it'd be too similar to do a Boba Fett TV series when you have the Mandalorian TV series. I just think it's too similar to spin that off into its own thing. Even though a lot of people would watch it just to see Boba Fett, even original trilogy people would watch it just to see Boba Fett, unless they screw it up by the first episode or so. But bet that might make the Mandalorian show lose some viewers or something, because people would probably, well, screw this knockoff, I'm going to go watch Boba Fett. So the animated series focused on Ezra Bridger and Thrawn has been so those are going to be animated, not live action. Details about the series indicate that Thrawn and Ezra would find themselves in the unknown regions in the middle of a war between okay, well, I don't know if there's any credibility to any of this at all. These are just rumors. People always say that, take it with a grain of salt, but frankly, I'm sick of hearing that damn line. What do you think of all this? Do you think he's really gonna try to do some Kevin Feige style TV verse? I don't know. I kind of feel like they might spread themselves too thin and they would destroy themselves. But who knows? Because TV is a different game than movie. And you've got to work constantly around the clock to get this type of stuff done. But they are doing like miniseries that have more cinematic scale than trying to do some CW 22, 23 episode arc. So they may not exhaust themselves or spread themselves too thin, but I don't know. I don't even know what a Ahsoka show would be about. Just Ahsoka running around. Is she trying to train new Jedi? What's she doing? As for Boba Fett having his own series along the same time as The Mandalorian having his series, that just feels like the shows would be too similar to each other to really work. It'd almost be like you're getting twice more than, even though they have different characteristics and values, the characters themselves, I just feel like that would be too much of the same thing in itself. Too much Mandalorian running around bounty hunting. As for the other stuff, I don't know if that's supposed to be animated or whatever. I don't really care about Star Wars Rebels. That show never didn't like it. Anyways, let me know your thoughts and opinions. Like, subscribe, share. Fake good one here. Eventually we will stay awesome. Rock on.